भारत रूस मित्रता एक ध्रुव तारे की तरफ बनी रही।
You've seen all the color. Now let's talk about the substance. The joint statements, the agreements, the key takeaways. Prime Minister Modi and President Putin held wide-ranging discussions. They reviewed every aspect of the India-Russia relationship. And one issue dominated the talks: trade. Considering the current geopolitical climate, that's hardly surprising. Trump's tariffs have caused considerable upheaval. But for India and Russia, the tariffs have also opened up opportunities, and both sides want to capitalize on that. Today, they announced a new economic roadmap. That was the first big takeaway: the India-Russia Economic Cooperation Program. Its agenda is quite ambitious. India and Russia want to achieve $100 billion in annual trade. That is the new goal, $100 billion.
आर्थिक सहयोग को नई ऊंचाइयों पर ले जाना हमारी साझी प्राथमिकता है। इसे साकार करने के लिए आज हमने 2030 तक के लिए एक इकोनॉमिक कोऑपरेशन प्रोग्राम पर सहमति बनाई है। इससे हमारा व्यापार और निवेश डाइवर्सिफाइड, बैलेंस और सस्टेनेबल बनेगा और सहयोग के क्षेत्रों में नए आयाम भी जुड़ेंगे।
What's the value of bilateral trade today? Around $65 billion. They want to expand it to $100 billion. Both sides believe that it is within reach, the $100 billion mark. Russia is counting on energy exports. Putin wants to keep supplying oil to India. Today he said the shipments will remain, quote-unquote, uninterrupted.
Russia is a reliable supplier of oil, gas, coal, and everything that is required for the development of India's energy. We are ready to continue uninterrupted shipments of fuel for the fast-growing Indian economy.
It's a strong message of intent. Putin highlighted some projects which are already in the pipeline, like the Kudankulam project in Tamil Nadu. Now, this is a southern Indian state, Tamil Nadu. It's where India is building its largest nuclear power plant in Kudankulam, and Russia is playing a pivotal role in it. Russia is providing the reactor technology. It is sharing construction expertise. The Kudankulam plant will have 6 nuclear reactors. Putin said that 2 of them are already operational, another 4 are being built, and he said that Russia remains committed to the project. He also said that they're open to sharing more advanced nuclear technologies with India, like modular reactors and floating nuclear power plants. Putin said that both sides discussed these possibilities, so energy will remain a key pillar of the India-Russia partnership. Having said that, India wants a more balanced trade relationship, and that is the second big takeaway. India wants to export more to Russia, and Russia is willing to buy more. They signed some agreements today. The Russians will buy more of marine and agricultural products from India. And this is interesting, this choice of products, because these are the exports that have been hit by Trump's tariffs. He slapped 50% import duties in August, so Indian exports have suffered, and now Russia is offering an alternative market for Indian goods. But can it fully make up for the hit from the US market? That's unlikely. America is still one of India's biggest export destinations. Russia is a large economy, but it cannot match that level of demand. So this won't be a replacement, but it can help offset some of the losses. It can bring more balance to India's trade with Russia. Then we come to headline number 3, and that is defense. There were no big announcements on this front. They confirmed their partnership. They signaled a shift in direction. And I'll tell you how. Traditionally, India has been a major buyer of Russian weapons. But now they want to build together. And the joint statement spells it out. It lists new areas of cooperation like defense, spare parts and key components, including parts of existing Russian systems. Both sides back the idea of technology transfers and the setting up of new joint ventures.
Russia and India traditionally cooperate closely in military and technical areas. Our country has helped in the modernization and in equipping the Indian Army for more than half a century, including its air defense forces, aviation, and its navy. Generally, we are certainly satisfied with the results of the talks.
So the defense partnership is moving from trade to production. Headline number 4, the people-to-people ties. India and Russia have signed a mobility agreement. It will allow Indian professionals to work in Russia in both white-collar and blue-collar sectors like construction, engineering, textiles, manufacturing and electronics. And with this mobility pact, around 70,000 Indians could get a job in Russia. But that's not all. India too is opening up. It is inviting Russian tourists to visit India. New Delhi will soon offer a 30-day free e-tourist visa to Russians. Prime Minister Modi made the announcement himself.
मुझे खुशी है कि शीघ्र ही हम रूसी नागरिकों के लिए निःशुल्क 30 डे ई-टूरिस्ट वीजा और 30 डे ग्रुप टूरिस्ट वीजा की शुरुआत करने जा रहे हैं। मैन पावर मोबिलिटी हमारे लोगों को जोड़ने के साथ-साथ दोनों देशों के लिए नई ताकत और नए अवसर क्रिएट करेगी। मुझे खुशी है कि इससे बढ़ावा देने के लिए आज 2 समझौते किए गए हैं।
India is also expanding its diplomatic presence in Russia. 2 new consulates have opened up recently. The idea is to increase local outreach, to strengthen people-to-people ties. And then we come to headline number 5, terrorism. India and Russia have taken a united stand against terrorism.
आतंकवाद के विरुद्ध लड़ाई में भारत और रूस ने लंबे समय से कंधा मिलाकर सहयोग किया है। पहलगाम में हुआ आतंकी हमला हो या क्रोकस सिटी हॉल पर किया गया कायरतापूर्ण आघात, इन सभी घटनाओं की जड़ एक ही है। भारत का अटल विश्वास है कि आतंकवाद मानवता के मूल्यों पर सीधा प्रहार है और इसके विरुद्ध वैश्विक एकता ही हमारी सबसे बड़ी ताकत है।
The joint statement condemned 2 recent attacks, one in India in Jammu and Kashmir's Pahalgam and the other in Russia at Moscow's Crocus City Hall. Both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to counter terrorism in all its forms, including cross-border terror, terror financing networks and terror safe havens. In fact, this has been a cornerstone of the India-Russia partnership. So those are the 5 big takeaways. Now let's also tell you what they left out. The war in Ukraine. It finds no mention in the joint statement, although Prime Minister Modi did speak about it, and here's what he said.
यूक्रेन के संबंध में भारत ने शुरुआत से शांति का पक्ष रखा है। हम इस विषय के शांतिपूर्ण और स्थायी समाधान के लिए किए जा रहे सभी प्रयासों का स्वागत करते हैं। भारत सदैव अपना योगदान देने के लिए तैयार रहा है और आगे भी रहेगा।
So this summit was about highlighting shared interests and reiterating that this relationship is here to stay. Western sanctions and pressure cannot force them to part ways. India and Russia are doubling down.